show. Nolan, how you doing, man?
I'm pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. Everything's going. Everything's beautiful, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you from? Exactly.
I'm from like Port Perry area, up
Okay.
more eastern Ontario.
And
So
how's it riding
that's
out that
where,
way?
I mean, we don't really have many tracks that close to us. I mean, my buddy's got a track about 20 minutes away from me, so don't really have a home track to ride at or anything like that. So that's where I stand right now.
Well, you're still getting your riding time, man. And from the videos I watched, you look pretty damn good for you not to be able to have a track close by, man. So you definitely got to get some seat time in with skills like that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I put like 90 hours on my bike this year, so definitely getting out as much as I can with, you know what I mean, not a track that close to me, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So
Exactly, making it happen for yourself. Now, how old are you and what class you running?
I'm 22, and this year I just ran open beginner,
Okay.
and next year I'll be going up to junior class.
Okay,
So,
okay. So how'd you make out last year in the beginner class?
beginning of the year I had it was my first gate drop I've ever seen.
Hmm.
So the first round at Gopher, I was obviously a little nervous going into my first gate drop and did my best. I think I was 13th the first round,
Not bad.
and it wasn't too bad. I think we had a qualifier, so there was like I think like close to 60 or 70 guys that were in that class that weekend. So I qualified and then got 13th in the main, which wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just continued to get better over the year. I got a couple top fives. My best finish was a second at Walton, and
Nice.
then I finished fourth overall in the series.
Ah, you really? So you picked up your game, man, from running from a 13th to a qualifier all the way to getting fourth in the series, man. So you definitely
Yeah, it was in.
moving.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right on, man. That's really cool. So how long were you riding before you decided to, get in, jump on the gate?
So I got my first big bike in 2020.
Really?
I Yeah, I got my first. I got a YZ 125
Okay.
after I had medical issues like earlier in my life, so I wasn't able to ride. I had was in and out of the hospital and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
I got it was just before COVID started. I was like, you know what? I rode dirt bike when I was younger. I had like a 50 and an 80 and stuff like that when I was like 6 and 7, and then played other sports. I played hockey and stuff like that. So then I wasn't really doing any of that, and I was just like, my neighbor actually, he had a bike. I was like, you know what, man? I want to get another dirt bike and like start riding again. So I got the 125, and then it was big board to a 144.
Hmm.
So that thing was it was quick for sure. And then rode my first track in yeah last year 2020
Wow.
up at it's a local track up here. It's about an hour and a bit from me. It's called Burnt River,
Hmm.
and my buddy took me there. My first time ever on a track. And I was just like, man, like I'm hooked. I want to do this. I want to keep going and see what I can do with it.
So now, what are your goals? What are your goals and expectations? So you're
Um,
getting a late start, but that don't let that slow you down, man. There's a lot of guys in the sport who got extremely late starts, and depending on your determination and the risk of injuries, man, you can take it to the next level by far.
that's the plan, man. My goals are just obviously my goal was just to get inside the top 10 this year in open beginner because I knew I rode with my buddy. He's into racing and stuff like that, and he's like, man, you should have. I should have started racing when I was younger, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? The way life goes, and my goal is for next year is probably to get. I just want to sit inside that top 10 in junior and
Mm.
maybe probably another couple years of junior and then maybe make that jump once I'm ready.
So you
So
so you got any races that you're looking forward to jumping into next year?
yeah, for sure. I plan on racing the whole AMO series and then go down to Walton for Transcan.
Okay.
Do that. That's I didn't get to go there this year because I actually got knocked out at Moto Park and
Mm.
I had a bruised hip and a broken finger. And I
Okay.
was just like, I'm not 100% on the bike. It's gonna that track gets gnarly. I don't know if you've ever been there, but like it's you definitely need to be on your A game to you know what I mean sit on the
Yeah.
podium there.
Yeah.
So
So what are you riding now? You riding a 450 or 250? You went from a 125 to what?
I'm on a 250 now.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. And you're riding
yeah,
Cowie?
250. Yeah, Cowie.
Okay, okay. Nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice. So you talk about You had some setbacks in life, man. Did you want to elaborate a little bit on that? You said you were sick and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I was in high school, 2016. I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease. So it's
Hmm.
a bowel disorder that attacks your insides.
Okay.
And that was in August 2016. I think it was in grade 11 at the time. And I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know the disease existed.
Hmm.
And I was sitting at around, I think, 120 pounds, which is like, it's not too light, but it's not heavy for your age. And the doctor tried every medication with me, and slowly over time I was just losing weight and losing weight, and
Wow.
my strength wasn't there. I mean, I wasn't really playing any sports at the time, but I've always been an active kid who's always out, either if it's snowboarding or doing something, right? So 2 years went by. I was out, graduated high school, and it was 2018. I had the doctor said, like, we got to go in and do surgery. We got to take a piece of your insides out and do what we got to do to get you healthy and get you back on track. So 2018, I went in. I had never been in a surgery room. I was just like gonna take it how it came, right? I just no idea what to expect. I went in there. Surgery was like, I think, 4.5 hours, and I came out of surgery with a colostomy bag on my side. I'm not sure if
Wow.
you're familiar with what those are.
I
So I
do.
wasn't.
I do. I wasn't familiar with Crohn's disease, but now you're filling me in a little bit. Wow.
Yep. So I came out with a colostomy bag, and the doctor said half the people who get them can have them reversed, and some people have them for life. So I was 18 years old at that time, and I was just like, my life flipped upside down.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I couldn't really do any sports because you have this thing on your stomach, and I just tried to do my best. It was 8 months later, I went back to go see my doctor, and I was finally starting to gain weight because my body could actually take nutrients in and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he's like, we had to do a bunch of scans and tests and stuff like that. And he was like, all right, we're gonna try another surgery and try to reverse it, so you won't have that on your stomach and stuff like that. So I went in. I was super nervous because I was like, obviously it was my second surgery, and I was already dealing with one thing at this time, and went in. That was 9 months later, and went in. They said surgery went good, and I was in the hospital just doing my recovery. About 2 days later, and I woke up with this huge, like, from probably almost my neck to my back, the bottom of my back was black and blue, and they're going,
Wow.
"What the heck is going on?"
Wow.
And the doctors, so they did everything. They rushed me down to the CT scan, had all that, and they saw that there was fluid in my back, and came out that they nicked my bladder when they had me opened up in surgery. So I had
Mm.
urine collecting in my back, and I couldn't even get out of bed because the doctors are like, you should be out of bed the next day after surgery and walking and stuff like that. And I couldn't even get up because I couldn't bend my back. So they went in, they had to put tubes inside me and stuff like that to drain it out. So that went that way. And then got home. I was in the hospital for 28 days straight because I had to have tubes and drains and all that kind of stuff. So then came home. I was sitting at about 92 pounds at
Wow.
18 years old. So I was like skin and bones. It was definitely the scariest moment of my life, but I'm here now and I'm breathing. So I'm very thankful for that. That made me appreciate life that much more.
Yes.
And it was at that point I was in the hospital, and I was obviously on YouTube watching a bunch of videos and stuff, and I came across this Jeff Walker video, and it was just, I don't know if you know who Jeff Walker
I
is,
do. I do.
and it was just, he was just a humble guy. He loved riding dirt bikes, and I was just like, man, once I get back up and I can get working and stuff like that, I want to start saving up for a bike. And my dad helped me out a bit, so I got myself a bike, and yeah, that's how basically I got my first big bike. I rode the piss out of that thing until it was about ready to blow up. And then I sold that, and I'll have the bike that I have now. I got my bike I have now last November. It was like around November 1st, November 2nd. and my buddy Ethan Stevenson, he actually raced intermediate at Transcan this year, and I think he's going to go pro either next year or the year after. He took me out to Gopher Dunes for the first time ever, and this was on November 12th last year, 2020, and I got to Gopher, and I was just like, wow, like this
Hmm.
is a motocross track. Like that track is no joke. Like first time ever riding in sand. I didn't even have a sand tire on. I was just, you know what I mean? I was out there. I was trying to keep up with him, but this guy's lapping me, and I'm just like, wow, these guys are gnarly, man. Like
Oh
these
yeah.
guys can ride a dirt bike.
Oh yeah.
So, and at that time, I was in and out of the doctors because I used to go for infusions every month to for my medication, and it was like November. It was a couple days after I got back from Gopher, and I was going for an injection, and I had an allergic reaction. So I was at the clinic, and I wasn't able to breathe, so my throat closed up on me. I remember just my eyes rolling back, and I just went black. Everything went black. And then I woke up in the local hospital here, and they said, because I would have had like almost 12 injections since then because I've been on the medication for a year, so they weren't expecting it.
Mm.
And yeah, I woke up in the hospital. They said I had an allergic reaction, and they needed to do something about it. So at this time, within like a week or two, I had this like cyst form on my stomach, and they realized that it was growing from the inside out. I guess this was just a thing that comes with Crohn's, like because it attacks your insides.
Hmm.
So November 19th last year, 2020, I had another surgery. They had to go in and cut it out, and I woke up with 32 staples down my stomach, and I was just like, all right, well here we go. I've already done it twice, so I'm ready for this.
Hmm.
So I was actually out of the hospital within 2 days. The night of my surgery, I was up walking, and because I knew you have to walk to get your blood flowing and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So did that, got home within 2 days, and just took it slowly. I know you can't lift anything. I got staples in my stomach and all that kind of stuff. So I think I was at home for like a month, and then I started getting back to work, and then slowly starting to get back in the gym and stuff like that. And yeah, and then over the winter, I was just like talking with my one buddy Ethan, and I was just like, hey man, I want to give racing a shot. Like I went to a track a couple times last year. Like I think he's like, yeah, man, like hop in the beginner class, see what you can do. Don't have any expectations, just go out and have fun. I
Hmm.
was like, yeah, man, sounds awesome to me. So did that, and here we are today. I went through a whole season. I went to every single round except for Transcan, and had the time of my life. Like I'm very thankful. I met so many people this year. It was like it was crazy. So
Man, you went through it, and you're a miracle child, man. I ain't say that by far. You know what I mean? And it's like, how's your health now, as to
my health
compare?
is my health is great. I've this is actually the first year since 2016 I haven't been on any medication. So
Congratulations.
I'm actually sitting at a healthy weight. This is I think the heaviest I've ever weighed in my life. I'm sitting at like 150 pounds. So
Wow.
it's
That.
it feels good for sure. I had to really find a diet that would treat, you know what I mean. You have to find what
Yeah.
your body likes and stuff like that.
Yes.
So but I found it, and I'm just sticking to it. So that's all you can really do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And now, let me ask you this: Crohn's disease, is it something that kind of comes back on a regular basis, or once you clear it up, is it gone?
I'll have it for life for sure. But it's so it's either if your bowels are inflamed or if they're how everybody else's works, just normal. They just
Okay.
allow food to flow and collect the nutrients and stuff. So
Hmm.
at this point, I'm in remission and I'm not in a flare up. So I'm trying to keep it that way and not go out of. It's just like anything. Like if you eat certain foods, it'll just trigger it, and you got to find what is your triggers, right? So
Yeah.
I found that and just staying away from those, so I don't have to go back to that. So
Right on, man. Well, I'm glad you're glad you're on the downside of it, man. And we can just hope to keep that on the downside of it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
thank you,
Keep Yeah, not a
thank you.
problem, man. Anytime. So do you feel that motocross has kind of balanced you in a way, or does it you think it's changed your life in a way based on this? Has it helped you in any way?
Oh, for sure, man. definitely changed my life, and it something that I can just focus on and put all my goals towards. And you know what I mean? It's like moto is like nothing else. I played multiple other sports, and motocross is by far the gnarliest sport that your body has to take and your mind. It's a very big mental game too. So definitely, I want to do this for as long as I can. I mean, I'm not the youngest of the group, but I'm still in my early 20s. So just want to keep running with it and seeing what I can do.
Right on. Now, are you a college student or you go to school? How's that working out for you as far as being at your age? I mean, I'm not even sure if you can actually work or how. I mean, I know you can ride now. Can you actually physically go out there and work if you need to? Because a lot of guys,
Yep.
get late starts or privateers end up having to work to kind of maintain their hobby.
Yep. So I'm in school right now. I go to a trade school. I'm getting my gas license to do HVAC. So that's what I've been actually. I was very fortunate that my dad owns his own company. He owns an HVAC company, and after my second surgery, I started working with him and very flexible on hours because he knows sometimes I don't feel that well and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm in school right now. I'm actually done in February, so I'll be getting my ticket and then
Hmm.
hopefully can make racing even that much better. Just
Hmm.
a little bit extra money in the pocket because I got a taste of it this year. It's a very expensive sport, so
It is, but it keeps you hungry though. Once you get a taste of it, you want more.
yeah,
You know how it is. You always want it on your plate.
that's for sure.
That's right on, man. So you got some jerseys I see hanging out in the backyard, in the background. Is those all your jerseys?
Yeah, those are just my jerseys from the
Okay,
year.
okay,
I
okay.
uh, I got in contact with a guy from FXR, and he actually helped me out this year just with just you know what I mean, help me out with pricing and stuff like that. And so I just was very thankful for that because even to buy a kit, it's almost $300 or something like that,
Yeah,
and he gave
yes,
me a good discount and put my name on their bike and stuff like that. So
right on.
it's, yep.
So
So
I consider
definitely
him a
thankful for that.
sponsor then, huh?
Yeah, just a mini one, just to what I mean, help it out and rider support and stuff like that. So
All the help you can get, man. It's always
oh yeah,
it's always helpful. Especially when you need it. Especially with the whole COVID thing, everybody's not working, and if you want to race, it's a little bit that much difficult to be able to put yourself in the
yeah,
races if you don't have a steady income or if you want to keep your habit going. But man,
yeah, for sure.
man, it's a pleasure speaking with you, Nolan. Man, I like to hear how you're doing. Halfway through this season, when you hop in the ammo races in junior class, I like to get an update on you, man. Even on your health conditions.
For sure, man.
Definitely
For
keep
sure.
us posted. Um, I definitely want to thank you for coming on to the show. It's a pleasure having you, man. It's interesting talking to you. I've had several guests where we just talked about injuries and I just recently had a guest on. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was Greg Schnell. He was diagnosed with cancer, and he had to go through his emotions and everything else that came along with that. But I mean, every story is different. Everybody has a story, and your story kind of opened my eyes up. So I see so much and hear so much. It's like, man, and when you think like my life is in certain ways, and I think if something's not going back, I just sit back and I'll play a video and listen to you guys' stories, and I'm like, dude, it just pulls me right out of it because a lot of people, when you think about it, you're like a lot of people have it worse than you do, and people don't think about those things until it hits them. And
Yeah, for sure.
but it was definitely a pleasure, man, having you on. I loved hearing your story. I love to have you back someday. Keep us updated, even if it has nothing to do with motocross, man. If it's something going on with your health, whatever we can do to get the motocross community to be able to come in and help you out, no matter what it is, maybe we can spread the word and get the love out there that you need, man, for sure.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that a lot, and we'll definitely keep you updated. And hopefully, we can see you out there. Maybe come to a race or something this year.
Oh yeah, I'll be out at a few races this year, man. So let me know where you're gonna be at. Maybe we can connect and make some things happen for sure.
Yes, sir, man. Sounds
Uh,
good.